Shoot, scores! The final countdown has begun. That's right, it's game one of this final series between the North York Rangers and the Vaughan Kings. I'm Sammy Brzezowski from the Six Hockey, and this is Blake Hanlon.
I know that this is what the players have been waiting for. It's what the fans have been waiting for. You know what? It's what we've been waiting for this season.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this the entire season, see the best of the best against each other in the North York Rangers and the Vaughan Kings. And the best of the best starts in between the pipes. For the Vaughan Kings, it'll be Joseph DeAngelo getting the start. We'll see if he can continue the Vaughan Kings' successful run through the playoffs. But it will be Brady hoping to say Nolan. Brady Nolan getting the start for the North York Rangers. He has been phenomenal this season as well. But we might see different goaltenders in throughout this series.
Yeah, they run tandems. Both these teams do. So expect some changes and switch-ups depending on the play in the finals. Ride the hot goalie. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and not only have these teams had hot goalies, they've had hot players as well, guys who have really been leading the charge. So, Blake, I ask you, who are some guys that you want to look out for in this game? Who's going to make a difference in the finals?
The Rangers have been on a hot streak, a hot run. At the forefront of that has been Brady Smith. Holy moly, he has been phenomenal, and he has upped his draft stock for the OHL just in these past couple games against the Marlboros, and he was phenomenal. Clutch performer. I look to him to even step up his game another notch because you know what? The lights are just increasingly get brighter past each series, and Smith only gets better.
Yeah, and for the Kings, they've been the kings of this division for quite some time. We said from the first game that they would control and they would make it here, and they have. And who has been the catalyst of that?
Enough said. It's Alessandro Diorio. He has been the guy all season long, paired with Caleb Malhotra, but he is the number one option. He is the best goal scorer on the team. He might be one of the best goal scorers in the entire league. He's playing with so much poise. Every time he steps out there on the ice, he's looking to score. He has integrity in his game, too. He doesn't get involved in the dirty plays. He's just out there to win hockey games, and that's why he's my player to watch.
Right, and we talk about these superstars. We talk about these guys leading the charge, but the thing that we like about these teams we've been talking about all season is their depth. So it's going to take a full team effort, and it's going to take a developed strategy to take down either the Kings or the Rangers. What can either team do in this game to get game one off to a good start and get the series off to a good start?
Yeah, let's start with the Rangers. The Rangers, what they have to do first is get shots low on Joseph DeAngelo. These goaltenders don't really take up a lot of surface area, so use those rebounds to your advantage because they'll have to make that low shot save, and if there's someone at the doorstep, you'll be able to get the puck by them. Secondly, low risk, high reward. That means shots from the point as well. Same kind of thing with my first key to the game. So take those shots from the point. They're low risk, but they have high reward. Those kind of greasy goals that happen in the playoffs, goalies are locked in, teams are locked in, but sometimes bounces happen, and sometimes pucks go in the net. And finally, rely on Brady Nolan. I'm expecting Brady Nolan to have a great start tonight. He's really answered the bell when he's had to, both him and Grofsky, but Nolan, he's going to have to say no, like you said earlier today, and prevent the Vaughan Kings from scoring a couple goals on him.
And the Vaughan Kings, what they do well is score a couple goals. I mean, we've talked about that throughout this whole season. You know, they have the offense that not a lot of teams have. So what can they do to keep that rolling, keep that offense flowing?
Yeah, flying, you could say. And that's a main feature of Minecraft's creative mode. And that's something that they're going to have to do in this one. Fly all over the place, and they fly all over the ice. Great speed, great passing. So that's going to be a very prominent part of their game. And I'm looking to see that on the biggest stage right now. Second, controlling. So that means just don't really have that low discipline kind of antagonistic capabilities in your game. You know what? There's no reason to take penalties at this point in the season. You're here to win. These are the most pivotal games for your entire year. Do not get in the penalty box. Don't play like a con. Play smart. And finally, 4. I don't know if you know golf. That means that pucks are going to be flying everywhere, like how golf balls fly everywhere when you have to yell 4 on the golf course. You know what? When you're out there, maybe don't yell it, but just expect the Vaughan Kings to be throwing pucks all over the ice with their passing, sometimes maybe in areas you don't even expect.
And just keep your head on a swivel, isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's keep our heads on a swivel. Let's get down to the ice. Let's watch this Game 1 finals matchup between the Vaughan Kings and the North York Rangers. It's the North York Rangers. It's the Vaughan Kings. It's Westwood Arena, and it is the finals here at the Six Hockey. Here, watching the U16 AAA GTHL division. I'm Sammy Brzezowski, joined alongside Blake Hanlon. Blake, we have one heck of a series on our hands.
And it all comes down to this, Sammy. The final countdown is over. These next 5 games, potentially this 5-game stretch that may occur, is the most important hockey we will see all season here in the GTHL. This is going to be the best hockey that we're going to watch and that our audience is going to watch as well.
And both these teams have climbed quite the mountain to get here. The Vaughan Kings, regarded as one of the best teams in hockey very early on in this season, and the North York Rangers chugging along to make it to the finals with a arsenal of talent. What can we expect to see from these two teams?
I think the Vaughan Kings are going to do what the Vaughan Kings have been doing all playoffs. The Rangers as well, they're going to be doing what they're doing. I mean, the Marlboros, they were expected to win that series against North York, but North York shut the door very well on them, not just to win the series, but to just absolutely shut them down. They are on a heater right now. They're playing the best hockey they have all season. So you know what? They might be able to match the Vaughan Kings' expertise that they've had throughout the entire season just because they're on this heater.
And we talked about our players to watch in the pregame. It was Brady Smith and Alessandro Diorio, both players expected to go very high in the OHL priority selection draft. Between the pipes, it'll be Brady Noling for the North York Rangers and Joseph D'Angelo. Now, both these teams, they can run that 1A, 1B tandem. We might see Justin Young come in later in this series, and we might see Max Grovstein come later in this series.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the reason why they are where they're at right now. Clearly, it shows that tandems can work for teams in the GTHL. We obviously see some teams like Gavin Betts leading the Mississauga Rebels, William Camputara leading the Toronto Junior Canadians. But you know what? Tandems work just as well as just having one go-to starter for your team.
That's right, and you can put in a goaltender who is hot, but fortunately for both these teams, these goaltenders have all been pretty hot. All these goaltenders capable of picking up an S-word on any given night as it's dumped down to the end of the Vaughan King zone. It'll be a face-off inside the zone of the North York Rangers, and the action, it's already begun 2 minutes in. We're going to see a lot of speed and a lot of back-and-forth hockey.
You know what? I know we're at the minor hockey level, but it's a rematch of the 2014 Stanley Cup Final between the New York Rangers and the Los Angeles Kings. Obviously, we saw the Kings come up on top on that one, but maybe the Rangers can have some redemption for their New York counterparts.
Maybe they can, and they have a chance to start that redemption here, as it was Joseph D'Angelo covering the puck inside the Vaughan King zone to get a reset for them, and it will be a face-off inside. Cameron Warren will be looking back to get it back to Smith on the face-off. He does. Smith fires that one onto D'Angelo. D'Angelo comes out of his net. He gets a piece of it. At the board, dumping it back in over to Cole Emerton. Emerton goes to play for the Kings. He wraps it around for Alexander Haig. Haig can't get it out. That's kept in by Ashcroft. A shot is saved there by the pad of Joseph D'Angelo. Emerton battling in the corner. He tries to rim it up the boards over to Geldart. Geldart gets a piece of it and gets it out of the zone. A chance here formulating now for the Kings. Haig, he drops that one back but turns it over to Bonamo. Bonamo, he's a big frame as he throws that one up the ice. That's intercepted by Emerton. Emerton, he can't get that one out, but with the help of Geldart, he does. Malhotra now with it. Caleb Malhotra, son of Manny Malhotra, dumps that one back into the zone. He has it now on the sideboards, but elects just to deflect that one in for Elijah Chavez. Chavez going after Bonamo. Chavez gets a piece of it. Chavez's shot is stopped in front by Noling.
Yeah, nice job there from Chavez. We saw him get a lot of opportunities here in the playoffs so far, upping his role a little bit, as we'll see if he can get one early on. But he has been one of the few guys for the Kings to get early goals in all their playoff rounds that they played thus far.
That's right. He did pick up a couple early first-period goals, and he's a guy who can spark the offense. That's looking to spark the offense now are the Rangers. Coming in to help is Cohen Eshkokogan. He gets that one down low, but no one really there to help. The Vaughan Kings look to take it out of their zone. They dump it and go for a line change. It's Ashcroft going back to play for the Rangers. Ashcroft, he gets pressured by Capel and loses an edge. I think it was a bit of a combination there from the frame of Capel and just coming down on the corner. Now it's the Kings turning it back around in their own zone. Both teams going for a line change. It's dumped in to the zone by DeLessio over to Clark. It didn't get all the way through, so the Rangers, they get it back out.
It's Zachary Nyman with it now. Nyman behind his own net. His D partner goes off, so now he does have Robinson with him. Nyman, he dumps that one into the zone for Diorio. Diorio, he couldn't beat Ashcroft to the punch. Now it's Diorio and Clark battling on the side, and it gets back over to Ashcroft for the Rangers. He dumps it down. It will go the length of the ice, and it will not be an icing, as it will be the Kings forced back to play it in their own zone. Nyman, he circles that one around. It's kept in by the Rangers. Down low with it now. A centering pass doesn't get through in time. It's dumped over to Warren in the corner. Warren with it at the top of the circle. He gets it down low. Nyman was out to play, but he couldn't get there in time. The Rangers have good possession of it within the Vaughan Kings zone. A shot from the top of the circle doesn't get through the Vaughan Kings. They get it out. The first chance of sustained offensive zone pressure we've seen in this game. Malhotra, he keeps it in the Rangers zone on the sideboards. Caleb Malhotra with it, trying to weave through traffic, trying to get it through number 34, Pacheco, but he was unable to do so. It gets sent back into the Vaughan Kings zone, and they regroup in the neutral zone. Haig with it now at the blue. Alexander Haig, number 9. He has power at the point, elects just to cycle around, falling at the blue line. And now the Rangers with a potential chance here. It's a 2-on-2. Brady Smith streaming towards the net. A shot in front, rebound. Smith is stopped by D'Angelo Smith, breaking away from Jake Power to get that opportunity.
A main storyline for the Rangers all playoffs has been how clutch Brady Smith has been, and he exhibited that against the Toronto Marlboros, and he's trying to continue that right there, streaming towards the net, just having a nice nose there, picking up the rebound, a nice save from D'Angelo, but it looks like Smith is trying to get back on the board early in this series.
As the Rangers nearly get one on the board, but it just went over the head of Joseph D'Angelo, and it's dumped back towards the zone by Simon. Gets a piece of a lane and goes all the way back towards Noling. A battle behind the net of Noling, and it's the Rangers who come up with it. They look to break out of their own zone once again. Bolchi, he tried to put that one through his legs, but couldn't get it through into the zone. Now it's the Vaughan Kings turning back the other way. Kayla Malhotra, he brings it in. Malhotra getting it across over to Haig, but that was intercepted, and now it's dumped once again back out towards the neutral zone, towards the logo. The Vaughan Kings, they look to set up a regroup, but are pressured by the Rangers in their own zone. Hotleys, he dumps that one over to the Vaughan Kings zone, intercepted by Emerton. Now a shot here from the Vaughan Kings is stopped by Noling. The first real opportunity from the Vaughan Kings comes from number 27, Andrew Robinson. Bomo, he flicks that one onto the net of D'Angelo. It's sent over up the sideboards all the way down the length of the ice, but it will not be an icing. Eshkok Kogan, he tries to get that one out of his own zone. The Rangers are fruitful in that endeavor, but it's the Vaughan Kings coming back with possession. Gage Brandon tries to get that one through. He bodies his man on the side and gets it into the zone, but they're unable to retain possession. A lot of back and forth play, just dumping it in, dumping it out here.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that, Sammy. Neck and neck for sure. These two teams are just showing how equal they are. It is also the Rangers who have just been doing very, very well at just getting shots on net, outplaying the Vaughan Kings, and they'll have an opportunity potentially to get some more on this power play.
Yeah, they will have an opportunity here. That was Josh Levy going for the tripping penalty, a costly penalty against a North York Rangers power play. That is very effective. The Rangers, they've been known to send on Brady Smith and Cameron Warren a lot in this unit, and that is what they will do. They are joined by Hotleys and Barfoot. They're quarterbacked by both Warren and Eshkok Kogan, both of them very good at moving the puck on the defensive side, very good at making that first pass. Getting it over to Warren now. Warren, he starts the rush. He gets that one up. It's dropped back over to Brady Smith. Smith, he rims it around for Warren. Cameron Warren, he gets that one back to Eshkok Kogan. Back to Warren on the sideboards. Warren being battled. He kept that one in against Diorio. But then it's the Kings. They do get it out of the own zone so they can get a change. A chance here now on the rush for the Rangers. Smith throws that one onto the net of D'Angelo. D'Angelo hits that one away. It's dumped back over to the point, over to Garrett. Eshkok Kogan over to Smith, and Smith's shot doesn't get all the way through in time. Garrett, he gets that one over to Warren. Back to Eshkok Kogan. Smith in front, but that pass doesn't get through the stick of D'Alessio. It's dumped back down the zone for the Rangers.
Yeah, and you saw Brady Smith. He likes to camp out there and get some shots opportunities from that angle, but he also likes to pass, but look out for him. Even saw him double shift with the other power play unit. They're really relying on Brady Smith to get the goal scoring started for them, so look for that continually going on, that Brady Smith is going to be their go-to guy in this start of the game.
He's been relied upon all throughout this playoffs and all throughout this season as the puck is sent over to Andrew Robinson behind his own net. Now a battle ensues behind it. It's Robinson dumping it way down the length of the ice. Just 20 seconds left to go in the North York Rangers power play. As out to play it was Noling. They'll have to regroup in their own zone. Garrett bringing it up for what could be the final chance of the power play. He gets it over to the side. It's the Rangers dumping it in for Barfoot. Barfoot going to play it in the corner, and they dump that out of the zone, the Vaughan Kings, but they dump it into their own bench. So it'll be a face-off inside of the Vaughan Kings zone, and we are back to 5-on-5, a successful penalty kill from one of the strongest special teams in the U16 AAA division.
The Rangers put up some good shots on D'Angelo, but comparatively, the Kings had a better penalty kill unit. Good job of clearing the puck and really putting pressure on the Rangers in their offensive zone, getting them to make turnovers, make costly passes that proved detrimental, getting it out of the zone, and doing a good job in front of their goaltender.
And some traffic in front there, but nothing really elected to occur for the Rangers as it's dumped out of the zone momentarily, but kept in by DiBiase down low. Now Capel, he can't get a piece of that outstretched pass. It goes down the length of the ice, waved off for icing, so it'll be a battle behind the net of Noling. The puck streams out to the corner. And now a chance here for the Vaughan Kings is coming in, streaming for the opportunity was Gage Brandon. Brandon, he couldn't get all of it. He couldn't get a shot off, but he dumps that one back into the other zone for Chavez. Now a chance at neutral ice for the Rangers, but they have some tired legs, so they go for a line change. A long pass from Emerton misses the stick of Clark, but it's waved off for icing. Clark goes to battle on the sideboards. It's kept in by the Kings momentarily as D'Alessio, he wasn't able to reach that puck flying by him. Goes down the length of the ice, and it's waved. No icing once again. The refs really letting the guys play in this one. At the blue, a chance here for Brady Smith is stopped by D'Angelo. Smith has a handful of shots in this game.
Absolutely. He's been pounding Joseph D'Angelo, finding those good opportunities up in his favorable spots in the offensive zone. He's looking to get this goal that he's been seeking out for, trying to get his team energized and enlightened in the first period.
As a guy who can energize his team is Diorio, and he battles in the corner as D'Alessio tries to get it down low over to him. It's Josh Levy with it now, battling in the corner. Malhotra with it. Malhotra streaming towards the net. Caleb Malhotra fires, and that is stopped. Rebound is once again stopped by Noling. The first real grade A opportunity for the Vaughan Kings in this game comes from the stick of number 11. He almost pots the first one, as he has done so many times this season, as another shot is stopped by Noling there. The Rangers breaking the other way. Get a first glimpse of the onslaught of the Vaughan Kings offense.
Yeah, and you know what? Brady Noling looked calm, cool, and collected making those saves. There's grade A opportunities that he had out there in front, but you know what? Brady Noling played with some A-plus grade there, making some grid stops, matching that, and playing very, very well. Calm, cool, collected. He hasn't faced many shots, but you know what? When he has, he's looked really, really good, not letting the stakes of the finals getting to him, just looking very into the game, really locked in.
Very locked in is definitely the right term to use in this one, as has Joseph D'Angelo been on the other side for the Vaughan Kings. Both goalies tested by what these teams can do on the offensive front. It is certainly one of the most skilled pairings of rosters we have seen all throughout this season, as Ashcroft puts it through Simon's own legs to get it out of the zone. Now coming into the zone is number 19, Jacob Balchi. Balchi throws that one onto the net. D'Angelo elects to play it instead of covering it. Warren at the point now. Warren, he dumps that one over near Brandon. Brandon got a piece of it, so it was the Kings able to recuperate their own possession in the zone. Lobo, he intercepts, and he goes not offside, says the referee. Definitely a close play on that one. I think both Rangers players thought they may have been offside. You could see their body language slow down just a little bit there as they went for the change. Dumping it in there was Clarence Elaine. Diorio, he intercepts at the top of the circle. Clark tries to help him out, and a broken stick here. A chance for the Rangers. The Rangers throw it over in front of D'Angelo. D'Angelo, he got a piece of that one. The chance doesn't come to anything as it'll be a face-off here inside the zone.
Yeah, chance that went screaming up in the air, likely out of play. So we'll have a face-off to the right of him now. But both goaltenders have been really keeping this game at 0-0. Good opportunities from the best players on both teams. We saw Caleb Malhotra streaming to the net, getting a good shot off and getting a rebound. Brady Smith has been hounding Joseph D'Angelo. It's going to come at the superstars, but the goaltenders have been the superstars thus far.
The goaltenders have been the superstars. They weren't really at the forefront of our focus before this game. Although they are talented, it's the offense of both of these teams that has been phenomenal throughout this playoffs. A nice move there, a phenomenal move from Caleb Malhotra as he tries to break through towards the net. Once again, what a start to this finals from number 11 as he gets that one over behind the net of Noling. It's kept in at the line by Josh Levy. Levy battling. Malhotra from the knees tries to throw one on net to get Alexander Haig the rebound. Haig with it. He gets it over to Chavez. Chavez's shot is stopped. Now on the side is D'Alessio battling alongside Chavez and Malhotra. Chavez, he threw that one over, trying to get it behind the net for Malhotra, but Garrett, he got a piece of it, got it out of the zone. Just as fast as they get it out, it's D'Alessio dumping it back in so the Kings can go for a change. The Rangers now breaking the other way. The Rangers inside the zone of the Kings trying to get something started. It's kept in by DiBiase. He gets that one down low into the corner by the opposite side hash marks. It's pinned against the boards by the Rangers, so they recuperate possession. A shot from the point is fanned on by Bonomo there. As Nyman, he has it behind the net of D'Angelo. Just 34 seconds to go in this period. A last chance potentially here for the Kings starting. As Clark, he gets it behind the net of Noling. It's rimmed around over to Nyman at the point. Nyman, he gets it for Elaine. Elaine down low for Clark. Clark behind Noling's net. Clark with it. At the circle trying to find Robinson at the point as just 10 seconds left in this period. Nyman, he regroups in his own zone, sending it down the length of the ice. It hits off a body, so no icing here. Elaine battling DiBiase in the corner, and that will do it for period number 1 of game number 1 of this finals. One period down, 2+ to go as Warren wins the faceoff against Diorio at the start of this second period of the first game of the finals of the U16 GTHL AAA division. I'm Sammy Brzezowski, joined alongside Blake Hanlon from the 6 Hockey.
Yeah, you know what, Sammy? This first period and a little bit more now has been so good. I've really enjoyed how neck and neck these two teams have been, and also for the Vaughan Kings, this has been the first chance they've had to really against a good team.
As a chance for the Rangers, a 2-on-1 opportunity for Cameron Warren, and Brady Smith comes to nothing as it was Warren unable to get that second pass across over to number 13, Smith, and couldn't get the chance in time. It was Smith who picked up a small rebound, but could have been a quick start to this second frame.
I had to finish my thought there really quickly, and it didn't really get to my point, but that chance there for the Rangers really gives a kind of lead into what I'm trying to say here before I was really interrupted. But the Rangers are the best team the Vaughan Kings have faced as an offense in this entire playoffs. Sure, we saw the Mississauga Rebels with the Cole Zerwowski superstar status, but as a team, the Rangers are so much better. They have so many more guys. They are a good team. You know what? I think the Vaughan Kings have their work cut out for them. This series could easily go to 5. It went to 4 against the Rebels, and the Rangers are only so much better. We could even see the Rangers win. But the Vaughan Kings, it's been smooth sailing for them thus far. But the Rangers, they've had to battle. They weren't expected to be here right now. So you know what? They're going to play with nothing to lose, and that nothing to lose mentality can lead to championships.
It can lead to championships. We've seen that so many times as it's dumped down the length of the ice by the Vaughan Kings. It's called no icing as it's dumped out of the Rangers zone. Nyman going to play it. He sends it that over to Andrew Robinson. Robinson, he dumps that up the side. Robinson and Brandon battling alongside their teammate Tyler Clark as the puck is sent down into the Vaughan Kings zone. Both teams going for a line change. We've seen a lot of neutral zone play so far in this contest. A nice move there from Nyman. Nyman trying to get it into the zone. He clipped number 12, Matthew Burley there. As now the Rangers, they turn it the other way. Eshkok Kogan trying to get a pass across. Unable to pick it up was Lombardi. It's centered over towards the net of D'Angelo, but intercepted by the Kings. With it is Clarence Allain. Number 97 bringing it in. Clarence Allain fires that one. It hits off of something and goes out of play.
You know what? That was a really good opportunity, but obviously deflected off the netting here at Westwood Arena. Also, another point we want to notice and point towards the fans, Tyler Challenger is not on the roster for the North York Rangers, at least in this first game of this contest. We saw him earlier on in the last series they played against, but you know what? There's speculation of injury. There's speculation of something going on for Tyler Challenger. We'll have to wait and see if he appears back in this series, but for now, the Rangers are missing a very key player to their team.
A very key power forward who really made his mark in the series against the Don Mills Flyers and the semi-final series as well against the Marlboros. As it's dumped in by Pacheco over behind the net of D'Angelo. Power does a good job at retaining possession in his own zone. Jake Power gets that one over to Haig. Haig across to Brandon. Brandon trying to drop it for Emerton, but that pass is intercepted at the blue line. Brady Smith going for it, but it is intercepted by Power once again at the blue. A good shift from JP. Dumping it in is the Rangers, and they get it down low. Once again, it's Power going to play it for the Vaughan Kings. Power over to Emerton. Emerton, nice backhand pass over to the side. Bringing into the zone is Malhotra. Malhotra, his shot is intercepted. And now another opportunity here for the North York Rangers. It's Jalen Lobo firing. He rips that one off the post. What a chance that was for the Rangers and for number 92.
Jalen Lobo's shot almost found Twine, almost found the back of the neck behind Joseph D'Angelo. You saw the bench of the Rangers jumping up in the air with excitement, but it's just awry, just a little bit too much imp on it that I think he didn't have that accuracy on his release.
That's right, and just minutes into this period, we've already seen two two-on-ones from the North York Rangers. It's been a very back-and-forth game, like we've been saying, but the bulk of the scary chances, of the grade A chances, have come from the red, white, and blue, as it will be Allain trying to turn that around for the Vaughan Kings as he loses that face-off to Owen Barfoot. Bonamo, he circles that one around for Cameron Warren to take it out of the zone. The Rangers breaking in now. It's Owen Barfoot. Barfoot cutting towards the net of D'Angelo, losing it, and it's covered by number 35.
And you know what, Sammy? We've also seen a lot more stoppages in play thus far, both with smothering of the puck, with pucks going out of play. Last period, it was free fall, and it felt like that period went by so quickly with all the waved off icings, letting the teams play, letting the players play, but obviously sometimes the puck does go out of play, goalies smother it. The refs are really allowing these two teams to really formulate their own game, really step in and try to make their mark in this first game of the GTHL Finals.
As coming in, trying to open the scoring is D'Alessio on the wraparound. He is blocked off by Luca Bonamo. It was 77, stifling 73. There is Kiemelman. He tries to get out of the zone. He is successful. Going back to play is Joey Capel. Joey Capel and Kiemelman battling alongside Levy and Lombardi. It is the Kings who come up with it momentarily. It was Allain. And finally, it's taken out by Capel. Capel, he dropped that one over to the side, but the Rangers, they intercepted a pass there. Would have led to a Brady Smith breakaway, but it was Brady Smith unable to get anything going on that play. The pass was just sent awry. The Kings looking to turn it around. They dump it into the Rangers zone. Tyler Clark with it. Clark behind the net of Nolan, couldn't get the pass over to Diorio in front. Diorio unable to keep it in. A battle right near the blue line, right near the home penalty box, is won by the Vaughan Kings as they dump it back into the zone. Going out to play are the Rangers. It is Garrett battling alongside the other number 14, Nyman. And Nyman, he dumped that one down the length of the ice. It won't be an icing. The referee deeming that it hit off of something on the side. Haig with it now in the zone of the North York Rangers. Alexander Haig battling in the corner. Clark trying to get a piece of it. He gets it over to Diorio, as he falls at the top of the circle. Now Cameron Warren bringing it in. Warren, nice move to cut around Nyman. But it was Nyman knocking down Warren, and the assistant coach is not happy about that play. Not happy about the physicality shown from the Vaughan Kings there in the corner and by Zach Nyman. Nyman, he gets that one over across. Nyman has been on for quite some time as that pass to Alexander Haig is sent just wide and down the length of the ice for an icing.
Sure, Nyman's just playing the puck there, just trying to knock the puck off his opponent. But you know what? That's a scary fall that the Rangers took there. That could have been detrimental. He could have been sent off the ice there. Nyman, although just playing the penalty, just not playing the penalty, my apologies, playing the puck, maybe have a little bit more foresight in the safety of your opponents.
And Cameron Warren has been such a key contributor here for the North York Rangers. Could have been detrimental, like you said, to their offense. He looks to be all right as he's just catching a breather, speaking with his assistant coach, maybe discussing strategies on how to make a more effective play in the offensive zone, facing off against Nyman, who has been so solid in his own end. Going out to play is Nolan to get it out of his own zone. A battle on the sideboard leads to two players, including Elijah Chavez, hitting the deck as a battle now emerges between Chavez and the other fallen player, Cohen Eshkok-Kogan. It's sent out of the zone, out to the neutral zone. It's Emerton out to play. They get it over to Gage Brandon. Brandon just dumps that one onto the net of Nolan. Ashcroft, he sent that one around, and now going back the other way are the North York Rangers. Coming into the zone are the Rangers and Balchi. Balchi got that one to the point. They dumped that one back in for JB. It was Lobo unable to keep it on his own stick, so they send it back into the zone, and it's Cole Emerton who receives it for the Vaughan Kings. He starts the breakout. It's the Vaughan Kings coming out of their own zone, getting it over to the blue line of the Rangers and into the zone behind the net of Nolan. DiBiase, he sends that one all the way down off the boards. Wave no icing on that play, so the Vaughan Kings forced to go back, play it in their own zone. DeLessio, he got that one over to Haig. Falling down is Malhotra, but Haig, he gets back into the zone. Malhotra back up on his feet as he receives it on the sideboards. Caleb Malhotra trying to play it over to Alexander Haig. Haig with it. He finds Levy. Levy back to Malhotra on the sideboards. He found Chavez down low. Levy, he goes in down low on the sideboards as Malhotra, he can't get a piece of it. Now it's Geldart. He gets that one over to Caleb Malhotra. Malhotra being battled by DiBiase. Malhotra, he got that one to the side. At the point now, DeLessio fires. Rebound, Alexander Haig on the backhand. He is stopped by Nolan.
Nolan, good job there to stay calm, cool, collected. As I said earlier, he's continuing it in this middle frame right now. That big stature in front of the net is imposing to the Vaughan Kings as well, but you know what? He lives up to that narrative for himself. He is not just tall, he stands tall at all competition that comes out in front of him near his crease.
That's right. He stood tall this whole game, as has Joseph D'Angelo. Two very different play styles, but they are achieving the same result right now. 0-0 with 7 minutes and 2 seconds here in period number 2 in game number 1 in this final series between the Vaughan Kings and the North York Rangers here at Westwood Arena. The time is 9:24 p.m., a late night and perhaps a late night thriller here in game number 1.
A late night thriller indeed is scheduled for us. We'll have to see who gets the seal breaking one in this game. But you know what? It's not going to come right now. Nolan makes a nice stop there, but late night thrillers are all too prevalent in the GTHLs. All these games are played at nighttime. Players have a nice night. Next day, go to school, talk about their great performance from their team. It's a nice job, and it's a nice life for these kids, especially when they're in this GTHL finals.
The GTHL U16 AAA Finals. It doesn't get much more intense than this, as you can feel the tension between the teams, knowing that all-important first goal would make a huge difference in the pursuit of Game 1. As it's the Rangers carrying it in the Vaughan Kings zone, and it's intercepted by the Kings. Dumping it down was Elaine. They got it over for Clark. It's down low. Clark, he couldn't receive it. It's kept in by Robinson. Robinson, he finds Elaine. Elaine down low is battled by Garrett. Garrett, he gets it up the side. It's won by the Rangers in the neutral zone momentarily, but a good battle there by Zachary Nyman to get it back down low into the North York Rangers zone. Sent over up the sideboards. Going to play it is Zachary Nyman once again. Nyman, he elects to carry it out of his own zone and up the neutral zone. Zachary Nyman bringing it all the way into the North York Rangers zone. He has Brandon in front. Zachary Nyman wrapping around. He falls behind the net. No call on the play there as he sends it back around the corner over to Jensen Geldart. Geldart down low, battling alongside Joey Capel and Jacob Balchi. It's Balchi who wins the puck up the side. He elects just to dump it out of the zone. Robinson, he responds with a ping-pong play there as it goes back into the Ranger zone, carrying it out of the Vaughan Kings. And Gage Brandon fires a shot off the blocker of Noling. A battle right at the blue line. Chavez desperately trying to keep it in. He does, but he doesn't keep possession, as going back the other way are the Rangers. They send it onto the stick of Robinson, however, as he intercepts it. A battle here at neutral zone ice. Now the Kings breaking into the Rangers zone. Capel fires that one off the stick of Hotleys. Hotleys, he had himself quite the series against the Toronto Marlboros.
Yeah, he had a hat trick in one of the games. He really set the tone for the Rangers and helped them get going here. I also noticed on the bench, you see Malhotra, Diorio, and Hay going on. The assistant coach of the Vaughan Kings, he was putting his hand on their shoulder, waking them up, saying, let's go, let's get a goal right here, trying to get his top line emerging in this one, as you have Malhotra and Diorio out there on the ice.
Yeah, this could be the line to do it, as we've seen these guys paired on the power play a lot, as they are one of the best combinations at generating offense and generating pucks in front of the goaltender. Diorio, of course, the shining star of this team, is very well complemented by Alexander Haig and Caleb Malhotra. Caleb Malhotra, he had himself quite the first period as well, with a flurry of chances and a flurry of nice moves. They are defended by Nyman and Robinson. So it'll be the Rangers perhaps in a sticky situation here, as this is certainly one of the Vaughan Kings' top talents in terms of their lineup combinations. However, it's the Rangers winning that one, and it's a battle on the sideboards. Caleb Malhotra, he keeps that one in, and it's Diorio dumping it down low for Alexander Haig. Haig fighting off Kielman in the corner, and it's dumped back out the other side. Nyman, he gets it back over to Diorio. Diorio, he backends that one in. DiBiase, he got it out of his zone as soon as it came in. It's sent over down low to the Vaughan Kings. Bringing it into the zone is Diorio. Diorio fires that one. Save in front. A flurry of rebound opportunities, as it was not able to be controlled by the stick of Brady Noling, as it's sent down low over to Zachary Nyman in his own zone. Nyman trying to find a lane. That is intercepted by Garrett. Now the Rangers breaking the other way. Diorio, he does a good job at getting it back there, as it is the Vaughan Kings trying to get it out of their zone. It's kept in by the Rangers. Going to play it is Pacheco against Nyman. Pacheco, he fights off Nyman, but only momentarily, as Nyman uses his body to get the puck around all the way over to Robinson near the blue line. Robinson, he had a lane near the sin bin, but couldn't find him in time. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the period here. Not many whistles once again, but we do have one here, as it will be an icing.
An icing indeed. And you know what, Sam, that also gives you a break to kind of collect your thoughts. Like you said, it has been full offense, full game this entire time. It's been just ongoing, not a lot of stoppages in this period as well, a little bit more than the first one, but it gives you a break to rest that beautiful voice of yours and let me get some action in this one to gift you some time.
And unfortunately for myself, some action beginning there, as it was number 92, Jalen Lobo, on the one-on-one opportunity, but he skated a little bit too fast for his hands on that one. As going back to play it in the neutral zone is the Vaughan Kings and Michael DeLessio. DeLessio with the white cage, the white stripes. He really looks quick in this one, and it will take a 7-nation army to beat the Vaughan Kings, but that is what the North York Rangers bring to the table. As Garrett, he gets that one up to the side. He throws it around over to number 11, Charlie Hotleys. Hotleys, his shot wasn't really a threat to Joseph D'Angelo, but they keep it inside the own zone. Unable to keep it in off the change was Ashcroft, so they dump it back in to regroup. Both team getting some fresh legs out there, as it's the Vaughan Kings trying to start a breakout with 2 minutes left to go in period number 2. Carrying it into the zone are the Vaughan Kings. They get it down low into the corner. And the Rangers, they dump that one down the length of the ice, nearly clipping off DeLessio, coming off the bench and out of play. I believe it did take a piece of DeLessio and get into the bench, so out of play. Lucky for the Vaughan Kings, no too many men penalty on that play.
Yeah, it could have been tossed. You saw DeLessio kind of looking around, waiting for maybe his punishment with a hopeful smile on his face. We actually see the referees talking about it. We'll see if they get DeLessio into the bench. You see him talking to his coach about the play, maybe making sure that he's okay. You saw the coach gave him a little tap there, say it's all right, just don't do it again.
Yeah, just making sure he has an eye up, because that was certainly a dangerous change for the Vaughan Kings in a game where it has been so much back and forth hockey. A power play right now could truly shift the momentum of this game. It's sent down low over to Ashcroft. Ashcroft, pressured by Joey Capel, decides to dump it down towards the Vaughan Kings zone. It's the Vaughan Kings turning it back around, and Nyman turning around there, a little spinorama to get it deeper into the neutral zone. He sends it over to his partner, AR-27. That's Andrew Robinson. They got it down low for Ashcroft. Ashcroft, he gets it up the side, but it's Robinson intercepting it. A pass over there from Malhotra to Capel is intercepted. Now the Rangers, they break the other way. Brady Smith going towards D'Angelo. A dangerous way to come out of his net there from D'Angelo, but it was Smith unable to get a piece of the pass. Getting a piece of it in his own zone there was Jalen Lobo, as number 77 dumps it back out of his own zone with just over 40 seconds left here in period number 2. The Rangers with perhaps one final opportunity here in the second frame. It comes from 95. Cameron Warren, as that shot doesn't get all the way through over to the net of D'Angelo. Clark now with it. Tyler Clark. He comes into the the North York Rangers zone, as he was unable to get that through over to the North York Rangers net. Smith now. Smith with an opportunity is stopped by D'Angelo, and it trickles through his pad onto the stick of DeLessio. I don't think D'Angelo knew where that puck was, as now it was Smith trying to get it over to Barfoot, and electing just to take it out is DiOrio, and that will do it for period number 2 here in game number 1 of the finals. 30 minutes have come and gone, and still 0-0 here in game number 1 of the U16 AAA Finals here at the Six Hockey. I am Sammy Brzozowski, joined alongside Blake Boy Scout Hanlon.
You haven't pulled that one out in a while, and we haven't seen a goal in a while since last series in the semifinals for both these teams. I'm hoping we can see one in third period, but we could also be going to overtime.
Yes, and it is the goaltenders that are going to have to be prepared for an onslaught of offense from both of these teams, as it is the Vaughan Kings trying to kickstart that coveted offense we saw so much throughout the season and throughout this playoffs thus far, as knocked down is Malhotra in the zone, and that will be a penalty here on the play. It will go to Cohen Eshwa-Kogan, and not the penalty he wanted to start with, and not the start of the third period that the Rangers wanted.
Definitely not what they wanted there, because the Rangers have been playing really, really well, and we saw the Vaughan Kings, they kind of started playing better in the second period. They started having more proficiency on their shots on Noling, but it has been a stalemate for both these teams, and you don't want to give your opponent any chance to get a leg up, especially when it is a 0-0 tie, because not only does that give you the first goal late in the third period, late into the game, but it also gives you momentum late into the game as well that you might not be able to crawl back from when there's only 14 minutes left to go.
14 minutes left to go indeed, and 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in the Vaughan Kings power play, as that was just 7 seconds undergoing there as the Emerton shot was stopped quite easily there by Noling. The faceoff is won by the Rangers, and it will be the Rangers likely able to dump it out of their own zone, but not before D'Alessio can get a piece of the Balchi pass as D'Alessio fires it in front for Malhotra. A battle down low, and now the Rangers, they do get it out of the zone. Diorio for the Vaughan Kings, not yet on the ice. We'll see if he comes on with that second unit. The Vaughan Kings, they like to split up the power play efforts to see what is working and what is not. As unable to get anything going so far is the top unit. It's D'Alessio. He plays that one back. Now Emerton. It's Cole Emerton. He dumps it around the net of Noling. Malhotra with it. Malhotra trying to find D'Alessio up high. Malhotra battling on the sideboards with D'Alessio. And it is a lot of back and forth, but finally it's D'Alessio who comes up with it. D'Alessio over to Emerton. Emerton back to D'Alessio and back to Elaine down low. D'Alessio off the boards over to Emerton. Emerton just keeps it into the zone. Cole Emerton down low for Elaine. And now it is finally dumped out by the Rangers. Unable to get a real shot was that top unit from the Vaughan Kings. So now that second unit, consisting of number 17, Alessandro Diorio, will be sent out. In the corner now, it's D'Alessio getting it to Diorio in his own zone. Diorio, he gets that one back over to Nyman to bring it in. Nyman gets it off a stick and into the zone. Chavez to play it on the sideboards. The Vaughan Kings unable to keep it in the zone. And what an effort this has been on the penalty kill from the North York Rangers. Essentially killing it as just 5 seconds left to go here. Diorio looking to make a last power play effort, and he is rocked coming into the zone. And we are back to 5-on-5.
Back to even strength, and these teams are playing with strength of their own. Great job from the North York Rangers to kill off that penalty. The Vaughan Kings still trying to get something going as Nyman streams towards the net. These teams are just neck and neck, so even right now. None of them want to make a mistake. None of them want to get the first goal of the game, but someone's got to do it at some point.
Someone has to do it at some point. I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, as we have been just thrilled to watch what has been only described as back and forth hockey as Alexander Haig fires that one, and it tips off the stick of Garrett and out of play. Haig with a good opportunity to get the first goal of the game. We see Nyman communicating with Haig there. Perhaps it was a set play where Haig, he elected to shoot instead of getting it over to Nyman. We'll see if they pull that one out later. It was Capel trying to get a big hit there in the corner. Nothing really doing there as Robinson is knocked down by Hotleys. Nyman with it now. Nyman, he tries to get that one up the sideboards. Now a chance here for the Rangers down low. The Rangers taking it behind the net. Nyman knocking down his man, knocking down Jalen Lobo at the side. They kind of twist up a little bit there. We'll see if those two come at a head in the later parts of this game. Coming into the zone now is Alexander Haig. Haig, he couldn't keep possession of the puck, pardon me, as now it is the Rangers taking it out of their zone, and it's DiBiase getting it up. They dump it down over to D'Angelo. D'Angelo, he comes out of his net to play the puck once again. The Rangers applying pressure on the breakout of the Kings, and it is the Rangers dumping it back into the zone. Lombardi, UL, he got that one there for the Rangers. Clark, he can't keep that one in for the Vaughan Kings as they dumped it into the Rangers zone, so it'll be the Vaughan Kings back to play it in their own neutral zone. A battle on the sideboards, and it was the Vaughan Kings who won that one. Eshkok Kogan, however, goes to play it in his own zone. A lot of dumping and chasing we've seen in this one. Or I should say a lot of dumping, but not a lot of chasing.
Not a lot of chasing and not a lot of attempts on the chasing that have maintained possession for the forechecking teams. So you know what? It's going to have to maybe come from a different strategy for both these teams, getting the puck through zone, connect on those long stretch passes, and create something off the rush potentially.
As now potentially creating something off the rush will be the North York Rangers. Bringing it in was Eshkok Kogan, a chance in front, and it is tied up by Power. Power does a good job to knock off the Rangers man there in front, just to not allow any pass to go through. Now it is Elaine bringing it in. Clarence Elaine, He drops that one down low for Diorio. Elaine in front for Brandon, and Brandon's shot is just wide of the net of Noling. Brandon there with a golden opportunity to get a grade A shot onto the net of Noling, but it was Brandon who was unable to get the chance going. Behind the net now, it is Josh Levy. They're battling in a rip here. Scores! Cameron Warren off the stick of Brady Smith, and it is 1-0 Rangers.
Throughout this entire playoff run, I'm not sure if I'm watching Cameron Warren or Brady Smith play, if I'm watching the Bad Boys film series, because they're a dynamic duo that's comparable to that. They've been on fire. Their chemistry has skyrocketed in the entirety of this entire playoffs. And you know what? It's almost fitting that they get the first goal not only for the Rangers, but for this game.
And that could be a goal that goes a long way in this game, as there's still 9:30 to go, but we faced off 34 minutes of gameplay before we saw that first goal. A rip from Cameron Warren, number 95, off of number 13. Like you said, that dynamic duo connecting once again, and perhaps it will take the dynamic duo of the Vaughan Kings to get this back in the game. Of course, that is Caleb Malhotra and Alessandro Diorio. They keep it in the zone, and it's Nyman with it now. Nyman, toe drag, goes on the backhand and is stopped by Noling. Now it is Chavez at the top of the circle. He fires that one onto the net of Noling. Noling makes the stop, and it's rimmed around by Burley. Burley, he gets it over to Lobo. Lobo dumping it out of the zone, back into the neutral zone. It's the Vaughan Kings going to play. The Vaughan Kings with it at the logo. Bringing it in is Robinson. Robinson fires that off the pad of Brady Noling. It's kept in by Chavez at the blue line. Chavez, he fires that one. It is stopped by the leg of Hotleys and Matthew Burley. Robinson at the point. Robinson fires that one, blocked away by Noling. Now in the corner are the Vaughan Kings, getting some offensive pressure for the first time in this game, as a trickling puck is stopped by Noling in front, and it was Capel unable to control the rebound in time. Noling getting down low. He got his net crashed, and they send it down the length of the ice to get Noling a breather.
A great save by Noling indeed, Sammy. He had to fall down to his butterfly and kind of not even in his butterfly there, just falling a little bit off balance on the ice there. He gets a pad out, makes a good save. We don't see him go to the butterfly that option. He does go that hybrid route, but he's more stand-up on that favor, more like a 60-40 of the butterfly and stand-up goaltending style, because he is so tall at blocking off all those angles with his height. So, but when he does go down, he clutches up just like that one there.
And going down to try to clutch up there was Alessandro Diorio, but he was unable to keep it in, as there was some solid pressure there from Barfoot. Now it's the Kings trying to break back into the zone, get that equalizer. It's Diorio firing it, and that goes just wide of Noling's glove. It's sent down over to Haig in the corner. Diorio with it on the sideboards. He was trying to find Levy up high, but that was dumped down once again all the way to Joseph D'Angelo, and it will be another icing and another line change for both these units.
And you see Gage Brandon, Clarence Lane, and Tyler Clark mixing up the lines once more. The Vaughan Kings are. They just have such talent. That's the operation they do for their coaching scheme. They like to just mix up the lines and get everyone some ice time, get everyone to play with one another. And you know what? Those are three players that could definitely get the equalizer.
That's behind the net now. The Kings, a centering pass over to Clark doesn't go through. Turning around is Elaine. Elaine with it behind the net. Elaine surveying his options. He gets it down low for Tyler Clark. Tyler Clark by the Scotiabank logo behind the net of Noling. It is Gage Brandon with it now in the corner. He takes it over to the opposite side, hash marks. Brandon being battled, but he gets it over to Nyman on the other side. Nyman unable to control his spin around pass, as it'll be sent down over to the neutral zone. D'Alessio out to play. Now Tyler Clark with the chance. Clark bringing it at the top of the circle. Clark had Brandon for a moment, but decides to drop it down low for Elaine instead. Elaine, wraparound chance. Rebound in front for Clark is stopped by Noling. It was a good opportunity there for the Kings to get a shot onto the pad of, like you said, a guy who doesn't go into the butterfly as often as others.
Definitely an old style of hockey that you don't see often for goaltenders in this time frame. But you know what? It works for Noling, so don't fix what's not broken.
As falling down there was Nyman. He had a chance to use that elusive speed he often employs to cut towards the net, but now it will be D'Alessio bringing it into the zone for the Kings. The big man is battling in the corner, but it's the Rangers who come up with it. The Rangers, they get that one over to the neutral zone. Bringing it in is Balchi. Balchi intercepted now, so the Vaughan Kings able to break in. A pass there into the zone was intercepted by Burley. So it's dumped back in behind the net of Noling. Capel putting pressure on the Rangers, but the Rangers just elect to dump it out once again. Playing a very defensive game are the North York Rangers. Now it's the Vaughan Kings trying to bring it into the zone. The Vaughan Kings fire a shot there onto the net of Noling, but it looks like it got a piece of something on its way there. Now it's number 92, Jalen Lobo, bringing it into the zone. It's intercepted by Diorio at the blue line. The Kings break the other way. It's Diorio battling on the sideboards. The Kings, they keep that one in. Chavez and Hotley's battling in the corner. Diorio, he comes up with the remainder of that chance. A centering pass doesn't go through to Capel. It pops out to the point, but no shot there. Robinson, he elects to take it out of his own zone and throw it across the neutral zone. A dangerous pass as it was Lobo who almost got a piece of that puck.
You almost saw him get a goal earlier in the game coming off on a breakaway chance. He had another opportunity to get that one back there.
Nearly made it a 2-0 game as a hit there is thrown by Haig onto Eshkok Kogan. A little bit of a size difference there, but it was Eshkok Kogan feeling the effects of that hit, but not before he dumped it into the zone. Now coming in is Malhotra. Malhotra, he stops at the opposite side hash mark. Malhotra trying to feed a pass down low. Centering chance for Haig, and some traffic in front, but it's kept out by Noling. It's in the feet of Haig, as wrapping it around was the Vaughan Kings and Elaine, but Elaine couldn't get it through in time. Bonamo, he dumps it way down around the boards, and will it make it there? Yes, it will. It'll be an icing with just 4 minutes left to go in this third period.
I think out of nowhere there, you saw Barfoot kind of fall down towards the net. Not intentionally, that is, of course, because he was just trying to get in the play, but he lost an edge and just dropped down there. But you know what? Plays like that in front of the net get so sketchy because players can fall at any point. The puck is loose. Sticks are flying all over the place. And for Noling to stay solid and just stay in front of the puck there is a great job in high, tight pressure in a very important game. I'm very amazed with his play thus far in this game. We'll see if he can keep it up and lead his Rangers team to a victory.
The Rangers just 3 minutes and 49 seconds to a victory. They can taste the Game 1 win now, but they ice it once again, so it'll be the Vaughan Kings hoping to take that taste right out of their mouth, as they are one of the most elusive offense in hockey, and they have 3 minutes left to get something going. It'll be Gage Brandon taking the face-off for Vaughan, trying to get some offense started. It is Barfoot once again winning a clutch defensive face-off. Barfoot has done that all throughout this game. Haig with it on the opposite side. Hash marks throwing it over to DeLessio at the point. DeLessio gets that one across. Rebound in front. Great save there by Noling. Noling falling down and keeping the puck out of his net somehow. What a chance there from the Vaughan Kings to tie it up at 1, but Brady Noling says no.
Some goalies and some players are just clutch, Sammy. And you know what? This is a legacy game for Brady Noling. I really hope there's some scouts in the crowd that say, hey, I want this guy to be my future goaltender for whatever team it is that he wants to pursue at the next level. Brady Noling, have yourself a night.
As Haig gets that one down low for Diorio. Diorio with it in the corner, battled with Garrett. It's Brandon who comes up with it. In front, DeLessio fires it. Unable to pick up the rebound was Alessandro Diorio. Nyman, he gets it down low for Brandon. Brandon circling around. Brandon down low in the corner. He gets it over to Nyman. Nyman now at the top of the circle. Nyman cutting towards the middle of the zone at the blue line. He finds DeLessio. DeLessio shot. Rebound in front. Alexander Haig can't pick it up. And it was Nolan keeping out the first shot. But number 9, Alexander Haig, picking up the rebound nearly there. Would have picked up the first goal of the game for the Vaughan Kings. Nyman, he keeps it in, throws it onto the net, but it kicks off a stick and goes out of play. A nice breather here for Noling, who has absolutely shut the door so far for the Rangers. Now just 2 minutes remaining here for the Vaughan Kings to get that tying goal.
As fantastic as the Rangers netminder has played, he had no opportunity to save that Haig opportunity in front, and he got lucky because if Haig was able to get a stick on that and pot that one towards any part of the left side of the net there, that was going to tie up the game. That was going to give the Vaughan Kings momentum here late in the third period, and it would have definitely gotten them back in this game with 2:20 remaining.
Some great defending there from William Garrett and the North York Rangers defensive core in front of the net to tie up Haig, who, like you said, most likely would have picked up the goal. And as we talk about that now, it is a timeout called by the Vaughan Kings. 2:20 to go. We'll see if they pull their goaltender here. You got to imagine an offensive zone faceoff, 2 minutes left to go. Vaughan Kings need a goal. Do you think now is the time for D'Angelo to exit his net?
I could see it 100%. I probably wouldn't do it yet just because it's such a tight game. It's not like it's a 2-0 lead for the Rangers, so you try to get that goal with nothing to lose because you're still down 2. At any point, let's say the Rangers win the draw with the goalie pulled, they can just ice it down the ice and have a very accurate shot, and then the game is completely out of reach because not only do you get that second goal, it's with the empty net, kills momentum. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. I personally wouldn't do it if I was the bench boss of the Vaughan Kings, but we'll have to see if they do.
And they do, as we count 6 guys on the ice. Taking the faceoff will be Caleb Malhotra. He wins that one back over to Diorio. Diorio getting it to the side over to Nyman. Nyman at the point, throwing it to D'Alessio. D'Alessio shot in front is stopped by Noling. Unable to get a deflection on that was Gage Brandon. Once again, it is Brandon on the ice. He's joined by Alexander Haig, Caleb Malhotra, Alessandro Diorio, Michael D'Alessio, and Zachary Nyman, as it's Nyman with it at the blue line. Nyman unable to keep it in. He gets it over to D'Alessio. Dumping it back in over was Diorio. In the corner now, the Rangers have it, trying to get it out of the zone. It goes down the length of the ice, scores! Jackson Kiebelman picks up the empty net goal, picks up an insurance marker here for the Rangers.
The Kiemel man, because he really ices this game out right now. That's a 2-0 win for the Rangers, and they're continuing their heater even further. That is 5 wins in a row for the Rangers in this one. Actually 6, if I'm not mistaken, that they have. Goodness gracious me, they are firing on all cylinders, and now it's even at the highest level in the finals.
That's right, but the Fat Lady has not sung yet. 1:45 left to go, and this game could very well be over, but we have seen the Vaughan Kings score in bunches before, as it's dumped out of the zone there by the Rangers. Now the Rangers with an opportunity. It's Brady Smith. He has it down low, trying to just take possession away from the Vaughan Kings. Ashcroft, he does the same thing, dumping it back into the zone after it was cleared by Vaughn. Vaughn turning it back up the other end now. Taking it out of the neutral zone is Emerton. Emerton, he loses it there, as now it is Malhotra regrouping. Malhotra, nice move to get around his man. Malhotra in the neutral zone, cutting towards the blue line. Malhotra losing it at the top of the circle against Barfoot. It's dumped out of the zone once again by the Rangers. Just a minute left to go in game number 1. The Rangers up by 2 goals, and they can taste the victory now. In their own zone are the Vaughan Kings. Nyman unable to get a piece of that pass to the Vaughan Kings, once again forced to regroup away in their own zone. Taking it up the ice is Diorio, and he was pressured, so he was forced to regroup as he throws it over to Robinson in the neutral zone. Robinson dumping it to Haig. A give-and-go play there as they call that one offside, and that is an absolutely detrimental offside for the Vaughan Kings, as now just 36 seconds remain in this game. 2 goals away. It's starting to look out of reach here for Vaughan.
Yeah, clearly offside. They're clear as day. Caught like a deer in the headlights in this one. We'll have to see if they still have an opportunity to try to get a taste of a win, but it looks like the Rangers will pull through.
And that was Clarence Olaine picking up the Joey Capel rebound off the pad of Brady Noling. But it was Noling making the key first save, and it was Olaine who couldn't hammer that one home. What a game from Brady, both Smith and, more importantly, Noling, as he is 27 seconds away from picking up the first win of a goaltender here in the finals. Number 50 has been absolutely 100 in this game, and he has an 100% save percentage with just 20.4 to go. I am not going to say the word, Blake.
It was stating a fact, and you did not state the word. I was just started pointing at you to make sure, because you know what, 20 seconds is still enough time. Not probable, but still possible. Hopefully He does.
And a rebound chance there almost spoils that censored word here for Brady Noling, but that will do it for our coverage. The game will end 2-0.
A contested game ends 2-0 for the North York Rangers, picking up the first game in this best of 5 game series between the Vaughan Kings and the North York Rangers. The finals started, and it was the North York Rangers starting off with a bang.
You know what? They've been continuing to lead that bang even further. They're on a crazy winning streak right now, a crazy heater. I've dug it into the ground now with how much I've said it, but you know what? The Rangers have come to play against the top team in the league.
And coming to play were the Rangers offense and also the Rangers goaltending in the likes of Brady Noling. It was a goal from Cameron Warren off the stick of Brady Smith that got them the game winner. But Blake, team effort, who are your guys?
My 3 guys, number 1, Noling. Holy moly. I'm not going to say we got a goalie because we've already known about this about Brady Noling. We've known how good he is, and he played phenomenal tonight. A legacy game to lead off this finals in the GTHL. He was great. Second, Cameron Warren got the game-winning goal, a great pass from Brady Smith, and that even leads to my 3rd star, Brady Smith. You have the 3rd star of the game. It was kind of the dynamic duo leading the pack on offense, but you know who's the star? Brady Noling.
Brady Noling was a star. He seemed unstoppable today, and he was unstoppable for the Vaughan Kings. Shout out to Jackson Kiemelman for picking up the insurance marker, the 2nd goal of the game on the empty net. The Vaughan Kings, they didn't seem like the Vaughan Kings.
Definitely was not their best performance. Not particularly bad. They still kept it within a 1-goal deficit until the empty netter. Could have easily just been a 1-0 game, but obviously you got to try at the end. And they just didn't cycle the puck as much as we're really used to. And simply put, they were beat by Brady Noling. He just had his A game out there, his A+ game out there. They definitely had some opportunities to get some goals by him, but he just shut the door. That big commanding presence ended any of their chances.
And the North York Rangers, they had themselves a great game. What can they do to kind of improve on that, take this Game 1 victory, and push it into the further parts of the series?
I think you use it as momentum to even just elevate your game further. It was only technically a 1-0 win. You got 1 goal in 2 goals in regulation, but 1 goal when it mattered most. And that's not going to be enough to win every single game in this series and to win the GTHL championship. So use this as fuel to build on against the toughest opponent you faced yet, and then use that, maybe win. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see, but we won't see tonight because that will do it for us. We'll see you for Game 2 of the finals in the GTHL U16 AAA division. Nice move there from DiOrio. Toe drag, shoots, scores!